Hi and Assalamualaikum. Good day everyone. My name is Nursabarina binti Abdurrahman. My student ID is 62215123725. So, in this presentation, I have chosen topic number 2, which is organizational structure in the project delivery. So, let's dive in. So, to start, let's talk about why organizational structure matters in project management. How a company organizes itself play a critical role in how effectively projects are communicated, how leadership is shared, and how resources are allocated. So, each organizational structure has its advantage and disadvantage. Understanding this can help us choose the most suitable structure for specific project and ensuring it's delivered successfully. The goals of today's presentation is to examine these three structures, which is functional, projectized, and even metrics, and how they affect project delivery. Now, let's start with an overview of the three main organizational structure, which is number one is functional structure. This is when a company is divided into departments such as marketing, finance, or HR. Each department has its own manager who oversees the activities and resources within that department. So, projects in these structures typically require collaboration across different departments, but each department head manage their own resources. And number two is a projectized structure, which is in a projectized structure, the organization is focused entirely on project, which is projects managers have full control over resources, scheduling, and even decision making. Project team are dedicated to the project until it's complete. So, this structure is ideal for organization that deal with complex, large-scale projects. Number three is a matrix structure, which is the matrix structure is a hybrid, which is combination element of both functional and projectized structure. Employees belong to be both a functional department and a project team, allowing for a better collaboration across departments, and it's offer flexibility as resources can be shared across a project, but it's also introduce complexities due to dual reporting. One of the most significant aspects affected by organizational structure is the communications. So, we go for number one is functional structure. In the functional organization, communications tend to be slower. Information typically flow within department but doesn't move easily across a department unless it's necessary. So this can be a delayed decision as a multiple layers of management might be involved in the communication. Number two is projectized structure, which is in contrast, a projectized structure is promotes quick in communication since team members are dedicated to one project and often work closely together. Communication flows more smooth and decision making is more faster. However, the downside is that interdepartmental communication may suffer since team is isolated. Number three is matrix structure, which is can lead to more complex communications. Employees report to both a functions manager and a project manager, which can create confusions and sometimes even conflicts. But it also offer more opportunities for collaborations between departments. As the employees from a different areas of the organizations work together on the projects. Next is leadership's dynamic, also very greatly depending on the organizational structure. Which is number one is functional structure. In this setup, leadership is hierarchical, which is functional manager have authorities over their departments and the project manager has a limit authority. The project manager must work with the functional manager to get resources and support, which can sometimes cause frictions in priorities don't align. Number two is projectized structure. Here the project manager holds their power, which is they make all the major decisions related to the project, which allow them to respond quickly to change and manage risk effectively. However, this structure can lead to conflict if others manager don't respect the project manager's authority, especially when it comes to resource allocation. Number three is metric structure, which is leadership in a metric organization can be tricky with dual reporting lines. Employees might answer to both a functional manager and project manager. This split authority can lead to the confusions and disagreements, particularly regarding priorities. So successfully, leadership in this environment requires strong coordination and communication skill to keep all parties aligned. Another critical area influenced by the organization structure is the resource allocation. Number one is functional structure. In this structure, resources are allocated based on departmental needs. Like each department's manager decide how resources are distributed. So this can cause delay when resources are needed for a project but are already committed to other tasks within the department. Number two is projectized structure, which is a projectized structure simplifies resource allocating. Since the project manager has a full control, so they can make quick decision about resource allocations. However, this can lead to a problem if there are multiple projects competing for the same resources. Number three, which is a metric structure, offer more flexible with the resource allocation as the resources can be shared between projects, but it can lead to resource conflict if multiple projects require the same resource at the same time. To avoid this, project and functional manager must coordinate effectively. To put all of this into perspective, let's look at two case example, which is number one is NASA's Apollo program, which is the Apollo program is a great example of projectized structure in action because the project manager had full control, enabling quick decision and focused project effort. However, resource management proved to be challenging, which is leading to overspending and missed deadline. Number two is Apple's product development, which is Apple operates using a functional structure. So dividing its team into marketing, engineering, and decision department. This work well for innovation, but decision making can be slower as multiple departments need to coordinate, which can delay project timeline. In conclusion, the organizational structure plays a vital role in determining how projects are managed, communicated, and complete. While the functional structure is best for efficiency, the projectized structure is ideal for complex projects that require clear leadership, and the matrix structure offers flexibility but can be challenging in terms of communication and leadership. Ultimately, choosing the right organization structure is crucial for the success of any project, and it should align with the project's specific goals and requirements. That's it for me. thank you for your attention.